Hello there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. We are highlighting some money, maybe coming as chunky money, money you don't earn, unearned income on your radar in the month of August, as well as some interesting rethinking of things to do with your career path and the gains from that path and the way you make the money from your career, revising, reconsidering, and rethinking, but also some luck and opportunity there as well. So it's good for your money, it's good for your career. Let's get rolling and talk about this. If you're new to my channel, by the way, I am Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, whole sign houses, and fixed stars and minor asteroids are my fixation. You get a lot of all signs content on my channel. Come check me out. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Give me a try. Only thing I'm going to share with you, I keep forgetting to share, my 2024 all signs videos are for sale. Some are sale below, or individual videos less than half price. 90-minute videos, never on YouTube, about your astrology of 2024. Go check below. But more importantly, Sky Reader starting up in the month of September. And if you want to get aboard that class with me, 6 weeks long live class of weekly coaching calls, Facebook group, and evergreen access to keep the content afterwards and replace, of course, when you miss it. Jump aboard. In order to get the early bird discount, you might want to subscribe to the early bird notification email that's in the description box below. We start in September and we go for 6 weeks. Thanks for listening to the promo. Holy guys, let's talk about this as a very dynamic month for Scorpios, as it is for the Aries of the world. Whoa. The reason it's so critical is because we're going to see the planet Mars, which is your ruler, collide with Jupiter in a way we haven't seen since 1989 in the 8th house of what I always call chunky money. It's not your daily money. It's not your daily paycheck. It's the money that you get through such matters as inheritances, shared resources with a bank, a loan, a mortgage, a credit card, things to do with investment money, things to do with money from your partner. And that you share together in life, business, and love. Jupiter's opportunity, growth, expansion, wealth, and Mars is action and decisions. And there's a lot of intensity here. As those two collide in the middle of August, I'm going to break it down in a lot more detail when I go through the chronology of the month. But know that Jupiter has been in this chunky money house for you ever since May of this year and will be there until June of next year. This is blessing you in terms of finances over the course of that time. With Mars here, there can be a kind of ending, cutting, and severing that leads to some financial bounty. You could take money off the table in an investment. You could get some money because of an inheritance. All I can say is that although this is occurring in the middle of August, it's also a synodic cycle reset button, and it will indicate an area of positive change financially over the next 2 years. I'll be doing a deep dive video into that, and you want to get onto that video. A webinar, free webinar, and a deep dive video on my channel. So if you're liking, subscribing, we'll learn a lot more about how this rare cycle impacts you in your life. The thing is with Mars as the Lord of your sign, when he goes through your 8th house, quite often you're looking at some divisive energy regarding joint finances, and just know that that is there. If you share money with someone, I often see a Mars transit through the 8th house as separation of assets or disagreements with someone over money that you mutually resource or share. So look for that downside, but the Jupiter blessing gives it something special, gives it a sense of like not the every old 2 years Mars transit through Gemini, which is not always all that even. I just put my Mars video out. Listen to that. It's worth going into. This is different. Jupiter bonifies, blesses, and brings something special here. So it always, to me, Jupiter will prevail, even in his detriment. And, the other element going on for you on the financial front then is Lord Mercury will be in Leo. Well, he will be retrograde. He will be in Leo, however, flowing to this Mars-Jupiter conjunction. And this energy of a sextile opens up career opportunity or father figure money opportunities, like from a father figure for many of you guys, but not all, right? General astrology in the middle of August. Now, what else is happening in the month of August that you might want to know about? Well, one of the things that's occurring in the month of August is that we have the planet Venus moving through your 11th house of good spirit, which is a positive whole sign Virgo house. She's there from the 5th of the month to the 29th of the month. And in essence, this is going to be a lovely 3-week period of financial flow, social engagements, groups, doing things with groups of people, enjoying your social activities, having benefits and allies, benefactors who are female, elder sibling, elder female friends benefiting you, maybe some perks in your career gains, maybe some more money, maybe a performance review, a bonus, some kind of uplift, a higher level of salary coming during this time, especially with Mercury there. And if you do get a raise or promotion or uplift in your finances in your work, with Mercury retrograde, it's indicating something from the past, especially between August the 5th to the 15th, you can look for some up levels financially in your career space. Or some social activities with a female friend from the past emerging August 5th to the 15th, for example. With Venus up here, good things happen when Venus goes into houses, but the 11th house is really where people see you doing things. So you may have a speaking opportunity, an engagement to get in front of people, engagement to be quite celebritied out, being in front of a crowd, that kind of thing. August the 5th to the 15th. So enjoy the ride of that. And Venus sextiles your Scorpio identity during that time. So it feels good to you to have her up there. And you're really enjoying the glow in your personal reputation, finances, and maybe a bit of micro celebrity if you want that. Now, Mercury is also pretty close to Venus most of the time, right? They hug each other as they hug the sun. And Mercury is doing some interesting stories for you as well. So Mercury starts off retrograde on August the 5th. He begins to retrograde from Virgo 4 degrees. Now, Virgo is your 11th house. So he's up there where Venus is. I've been talking about her, there since August the 5th. So he's up there with her. And your 11th house has to do with those great gains from one's career, wishes and dreams, friendship circles and social groups. And he's retrograding. So this simply means, guys, August the 5th to the 15th, friends from the past return, elder sibling from the past returns, emails, phone calls, text messages, but opportunities from the past to have career success, particularly financially, also happens to come from the past, with the sun up in your 10th house, highlighting your career and reputation. Past career opportunities, negotiations, and deals from the past coming to the forefront. Pay attention to your emails, phone calls, and text messages, August 5th to the 15th. It looks good for your career and money matters. And then we will say that August the 15th to the 29th of the month, Mercury's retrograding into your 10th house. Again, coworkers, colleagues, career opportunities, career workplaces from your past emerging into the light of day where you are hearing from them, engaging with those people, or rethinking, revising things that you've been doing in your career for greater success. Because, Mercury was moving through Leo for most of July, and now you're going to go back and revise and redo and rethink things or renegotiate things in your career space when, again, August the 15th to August the 29th. And old bosses and colleagues and people you've known in work settings from the past may emerge into the present. Lord Saturn is still huddled in your 5th house, where he'll be till February of 2026. He got there last March. It just gives you a lot of realism, responsibility, and real sort of a heavy energy. In the house, it's normally fun, joy, and play. Often when I see this, you are doing things you want to do, but you're taking a lot of your responsibility. It can be like your children feel hard and a burden, your sex life feels like a chore, that your creative projects are taking a lot of energy and dutiful perseverance, because you have to get that book written, that painting finished, that song created, etc. With Neptune up here, the god of music and film and all and storytelling, this is positive. It means you can make some of these creative projects a dream come true, and you're working on that for the next couple of years. And that's still what's happening this month. But Saturn will get into the fray with some really gnarly things in the middle of the month, and we'll be talking about that as well. What we're going to do now is we're going to move through the story of the chronology of the month. So get a pen, maybe, or a paper, or just take notes, because you might want to remember this. You can always pause, stop, or slow me down. I do talk fast. I recognize that. So the first thing I'd say is that on August the 2nd, Venus squares Uranus, and therefore there's some unexpected surprises, often to do with finances, or money and love stories. But with Venus in the house of friendships and social groups or elder sibling, they may be presenting you with an unexpected surprise. Oh, sorry. With Venus being in the 10th house of career and reputation, she's still in Leo, you may have an unexpected surprise in your career space. It may unexpected surprise to do with legal matters in the career, contracts and negotiations in the career. It doesn't have to be unpleasant. It will propel you to take action and make decisions, which is what squares do. Or there may be a surprise and some tension with your significant marriage type partner and you regarding developments you're having in your career. And you may have to come into some kind of resolution of a conflict of interest at the time of August the 2nd. And then August the 4th, we're going to see a new moon in Leo at 12 degrees. And that's powerful and positive solar, lunar reset in your 10th house of career. Well, this happens every year. This one is going to really be important for you in the sense that it's engaging a significant amount of flow from that Jupiter-Mars conjunction. And that's going to indicate perhaps that you will find that whatever reset button you're doing in your career, what kind of new beginnings you're trying to create, not just on the August 4th new moon, but over the course of the 6 months that follow, will be financially lucrative. Okay. When we move forward to, and it will impact you Scorpios more intensely if you have a sun, moon, or rising near the 12th degree. I think I said in the beginning, but if I forgot, your sun is your career and purpose, your moon is your home and body, and your rising sign is everything about you. But if you have those placements within 3 degrees of 12 on either side, right? Then that's going to really feel strong for you. This reset button in your career connected to more financial, lucrative storylines. And I really love that energy for your up level financially and career wise as well over the next 6 months. Moving forward, I am pointing to the sun sextiles Jupiter. What does that mean? Well, first of all, the Jupiter story we've covered. Jupiter in your house of resources, shared resource, chunky money, taxes, credit cards, blah, 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 mortgages, right? Giving you blessings there. And he happens to be flowing to the sun in the 10th house where the new moon is. It's simple. It's going to open up some opportunity in the short term, close to August the 6th and 7th, where you can see some benefits financially about career and money matters. Most people will, not everyone, but most of you will feel that. As we move forward to the 8th of August, this is where retrograde Mercury will collide with Venus, and they'll come together as one in Virgo around 3 degrees. And this is your 11th house of good spirit, good news to do with career gains, promotions, raises, money, celebrity, friends, elder siblings, social events, recognition, good news, good events, or sometimes just Venus, Mercury up there with the microphone, right? You're standing in front of people. You have to speak. You have something you have to share with the world. That would likely be true and very successful around the 8th of the month of August. Then on the 13th to the 16th, the big Jupiter-Uranus conjunction becomes very, very active. I already delineated that in the beginning of the video, but it is a reset button you haven't seen since 1989 in a chunky money house. Go back. If you were old enough, did you get some chunky money coming out of that Jupiter-Mars conjunction in 1989? What was happening then for you? Okay. Some of you will not remember what was happening. Some of you will remember what was happening. It depends on your age, but it can be very lucrative on the financial front. This is good for mortgages, and this is good for buying and selling property in a whole sign flow to Pluto in your 4th house. Then we also would point to this. Even as we see Jupiter, prosperity, wealth, Mars, action, change, and directions, as we see them and endings, as we see them coming together, these powerhouses of confidence and chutzpah are going to form a square to Saturn in Pisces. Saturn retrograde, by the way. So the square energy is again propelling decisions, actions, and making you do something. And you're really going to feel that energy most intensely from the 15th of August to the 24th of August. And it may want you to be more cautious and like a yellow light, go through the intersection of your finances carefully and reason into that all the things that Saturn would say to you in the fifth house. Is it conflict with money and a child? Is it turning point decisions with children and money, romantic love and money, fertility and pregnancy and finances, or and on and on? I'm giving you fifth house delineations. But Saturn just says, slow it down, be cautious, be careful. And that's the energy you're feeling here. Even though you had this bold, maybe lovely, surprising, positive energy of Jupiter Uranus conjunct, maybe opening up some kind of financial glow up, you also have a cautionary energy. So it's exciting on the 13th and 16th, and it's slow down and be more reasonable and responsible on the 15th to the 24th. At the same time, right, 15th to the 24th, Venus begins to maneuver herself into an opposition to Saturn and a square to Mars. And that literally looks like a T square, as Venus in the house of those friends and those career gains, and that's micro celebrity, opposes Saturn in your house of creativity, entrepreneurship, sexuality, romance, and children. And then they both square 9 degrees. Okay, not comfortable, Jupiter. Energetically, that time period can feel like you have to make a decision that is not easy. Mars is the decider. All right. And, so what decisions and actions are you trying to take around finances, most likely, that have to consider fifth house matters, creativity, joy, fun, play, pleasure, but also romantic partner and sexuality and children, and also consider somebody in that 11th house. Is that a colleague, a coworker, a friend, an ally, or is it just the concept of money and gains from your career? Well, you're trying to figure out how to do everything. Sometimes it's better to make decisions and slow down that allows you to navigate that time frame more cautiously and more wisely. Thank you, Saturn, to make some dreams come true by not overestimating what you're capable of. Venus follows up as well. She's going to come into a square as well to Mars on the 21st of August. And that energy, first she squares Saturn, then she squares Mars, of the 21st to the 24th is, well, first of all, if you're single, secret hot love affair, colleague, coworker, friend, somebody you meet at a group event, okay, hot secret love affair. It could be blossoming August 21st to the 24th. But if it's not a secret hot love affair full of sizzle and chemistry that can burn hot and high and end and sizzle and fizzle out, it can be some decisions you're trying to make around some financial resources that Venus is having to weigh in on from your 11th house of career gains. It could be anything to do with, the money you wish to receive in your career and reputation space, and the necessities of something going on in the 8th house of the longer term chunky money you have. So there's that money tension, perhaps. These are money houses, 11 and 8, to be realized as a decision and action point on August the 21st to the 24th. On August the 19th, if you don't mind backing up a bit, because I keep forgetting the full moon, there is the full moon at 19 degrees, at 27 degrees on August the 19th of Aquarius, 27 Aquarius, August the 19th, full moon. Home, property, land, real estate, completion, endings, fruition. A lot of you may change your home, Pluto, end of home, death of home, major shift of home, maybe even another country with Pluto here. Full moon, right? Something is going to complete itself over the course of the 6 months that follow the August 19th moon. But you may see evidence for what this completion is in the shorter term, meaning the 2 weeks after the full moon. And you've been planting seeds for this new start anyway, since last year's new moon, right? So, or not 6 months ago, not last year. The other thing I'd say is, it's squaring Uranus, the god of unexpected surprises. You may have an unexpected surprise with land, home, property, real estate, and legacy wealth connected to your significant marriage partner, business partner, or Uranus in your 7th house, connected to matters to do with legal contracts, deals, and negotiations. With Jupiter in your 8th house, it could be a mortgage process. And maybe somebody literally walking in up to your door and saying they want to buy your house, unexpected opportunities financially to do with real estate, land, and property, legal contracts, deals, and negotiations and offers in the mix, not only on August 19th. You want to give it the full red carpet rollout of the 6 months that follow. This is how the lunations actually work. Now, I do like this a lot. It's happy money surprises, basically. We've got Venus, August 26th and 27th, in the house of great gains from your career, in the house of pennies from heaven, sometimes windfalls. And it's August, it's karmic rewards. It's your 11th house. And there's Venus up there. She's in direct motion. She's coming into the 27th degree of Virgo. Again, the dates are the 26th, 27th, and she has a convo called an Earth trine with Uranus in her own house. Surprising financial possible gains through legal contracts, deals and negotiations, significant connections to clients, audience, marketplace, and some prosperity, or your main squeeze partner has a bolt of financial positivity. You also, with Venus here and Uranus in the 7th house, could be a situation where something that you're going to do in a public venue is going to lead to pronounced, exciting experiences with partnering with others, business and love. Already, that's a good chance for a singleton who's a Scorpio to meet somebody in a social group and be surprised by this free loving energy that opens up between you and that other. August the 26th and the 27th. Good time to go to events and meet people, or have yourself blind dated out by a friend with somebody new. That could be very good for a single Scorpio, August 26th to the 27th. You'll be surprised and delighted by what can emerge in a new love story then. And the Venus will, August the 29th, oppose Neptune. So just the day before and after, this kind of a desire to, first of all, be cautious. Neptune is confusing, rose-colored glasses, certainly in love, everything looks super swell. But the good news is Neptune is retrograding, so he's pulling back the delusion and giving you more clarity. With Saturn, it's really, really more realistic view of what is going on. On the axis of 11th house, friends, allies, and benefactors, and 5th house, creative projects, romance, and love. So if you meet that romantic partner August 26th and 27th, you're taking a realistic eye at that relationship. You're not going to be all swooned out by Neptune delusion, and you're going to square away with what oppose it, what's really going on there. However, in another way, this can be a really intense time regarding creative projects in storytelling, music, or videography and filmography. And there may be some kind of intensity where there's something coming through your sky that may even look like a really critical turning point opportunity to engage in negotiations or contracts legally regarding some creative project or entrepreneurial business project. And all that is the tension of the I thou between Venus in your 11th, okay, and Neptune in your 5th, all that creative entrepreneurial stuff is simply just because it's all it forms a wedge with Uranus. It's exciting, it's thrilling, and it requires action and negotiations and compromises in order to make some kind of creative deal or career and creative deal that surprises you work. All right. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit my notification bell, and check out all the things I offer in my description box, including come to my Sky Reader class. I think you'll really have a lot of fun because I always have fun teaching it. And it's really great for learning how to time your chart, because I give you some very simple but powerful timing tools from the ancient world, not just transit. So come join me at Sky Reader. We're starting in the middle of September. I really would love to meet some new students. Every time I teach this class, I find myself delighted by how eager and willing you guys are to learn the tools of divine timing called astrology. Big hugs, Scorpios. Hope to see some of you in class in September. Bye, everyone.